Hey, you guys. Welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, bringing you the latest and trending topics, and I vlog my life. So we're getting into trending topics, you guys. There is a lot going on in Hollywood where we're going to talk about Tootsie. We're going to talk about Akbar V's so-called diss track to Cardi B, okay? But Cardi out here winning. Her family is winning. And I think that's why she is getting all this heat on her. All right. We also got DaniLeigh's response to B.Simone's diss track too. Everybody's got diss tracks everywhere, you guys. So get in here, so we can get into the mess. Because you know we here for it, not grip. Okay, before we get into today's content, please remember to hit that like. All right, as y'all load up, make sure you hit that like button, hit subscribe, and please leave comments and share my content on your different social media platforms and follow me back. We Naughty Love Movement everywhere in some version. All that information will be below in my description box. I'm going to give people to load into the room, and I'm going to just drop this intro. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Ooh, okay. Here we go. Welcome to Naughty Love Movement. So let's jump into the mess. Okay. All right. So Tory Lanez stopped by Hot97 the other day, and they tried to question him about the August Out scene, but he blocked it. Because allegedly he was kicked off the tour as a result of it. Okay, this little leprechaun, I can't with him. How could one person come with so many allegations? He's not even from this country, you guys. He over here running amok and misbehaving everywhere. But you know, I got the feed for y'all. Let's get into it. All right. Here we go.
We canceled. It wasn't enough money. I'm not. And you kicked off the tour. Hold on. I'm just joking. I want you to explain now. We're not going to get into this deep, but I was never on a tour.
You did 3 dates.
I did.
That was it.
2 dates.
2 dates.
They called me for the third one, but we canceled. It wasn't enough money. I'm not being funny.
I know the story, right?
And I love rock. You know what I'm saying? It's not one of those things like where I'm trying to disrespect or whatever the case is, but if we're just being like honest, I do real tours. Like I really sell tickets, like for real by myself.
You did 2 shows.
I wouldn't be on an R&B tour with a comedy thing. I liked the way they did it. I thought it was dope. Like, yo, you do these 2 shows. I did it. I wasn't really contracted to do
a tour.
Yeah, and it was 2 songs each. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be some
full
set. Like, nah, they could all.
Whatever, Tory. He's foolish. 1 date, 2 date. What difference does it make? Okay. What difference does it make? It does not matter. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what you think about what he's saying. I mean, 2 dates, 1 date, what difference does it make? You still assaulted someone. And that's why you were kicked off the tour. I'm just so tired of his antics, and then he gaslights us after the fact. Like, drop down into my comments. I think Tory Lanez is foolish, and I think he needs to go have several seats. He need to go back to Canada and chill out. If you want to run amok over there, fine. Don't come down here to the USA, okay? Causing all these problems. You got too much drama around you. So let's see what people are thinking in the comments. Oops, sorry, guys.
And you're kicked off the tour. Hold on. I'm just joking. I want you to explain it now.
All right. So Miss Key T to you says, sorry, everybody ain't lying. Exactly. Where there's smoke, there's fire. The Heat, I think the Heat, Alexis says him and the baby should form a bitter below 5.8 club. Exactly. It's giving me, I got a short man complex. Okay? For sure. And people are going to stop booking you because, like, wherever you go, there's trouble. Everybody can't be lying. I agree. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what you think about what the heck Tory out in these streets talking about. Like, because I just feel like it's pure foolery at this point, and it's just like, have several seats. Have several seats. All right. Enough about that leprechaun. Like, I don't have no patience for it. Next up, we want to talk about DaniLeigh. She responds to B.Simone's diss track. Let me see. I think I got B.Simone's diss track. 1 minute, guys. Here we go. All right. So B.Simone, originally, before this whole beef happened, she had dropped a diss track. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Every time. Sorry, guys. My other life is like interfering right now. Anyway. Yeah, so she originally dropped a diss track about DaniLeigh or whatever, and they're trying to say, like, because of this diss track, that's why she didn't want to go on Wildin' Out and with her. And I'm just like, girl, grow up. Like, you don't never let nothing get in the way of your bag. I don't care. You not even with him no more. So let's look at this together. Shout out to On-Site for dropping this.
No, I don't want your baby daddy. Swear I'm way too big. Relax, I'm way too G. Plus I'm trying to keep the peace. Don't get loud, have a seat. You are beating number 3. Number 3.
All right, so there you have it. That is the diss track. So Act This, Act That says, is B.Simone playing victim for me? You made a whole diss track to DaniLeigh calling her baby mama number 3 like she not in line trying to be baby mama number 4. Says we ain't forget how you was on the baby, but Danny the mature one. I mean, I get that she may not have worked with her, but it's just like, what, you know, the type of reputation you have, DaniLeigh. Why cause this type of ruckus? Just put on your best face, whether she there or not. Like, I embrace my haters. I'll be right up in my hater face. I'd rather be in my face than be behind my back. You know what I'm saying? Kicking my shit in and I don't know what's what. At least I know what it is right here in my face. We can deal with this, woman to woman, if it works. But if you really not that pressed, like, why say anything about the girl? Now look at her. B.Simone trending. Let's see what these comments say. Jasmine Blout says, laughing my ass off. Okay. Shacker Sister 25 says, wow, the song is corny at that. I mean, I wasn't that impressed. I really wasn't. But she got that one line off. Okay. Drop that into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what y'all think about the diss track number 1 in DaniLeigh's position. Now, she has since responded, and you know, here at the Naughty Crew, we got to get both sides. We got to get both sides, okay? So let's jump into it. Let's see what Miss DaniLeigh has to say.
My team will get mad at me for coming live. My heart is shaking because I hate drama. I hate all this stuff. It's just like, because it's eating me up and it's just really not cool. So, so the situation, I just feel like, okay, from the jump, it was never a demand. I don't know why the blogs are seeding it out to put it out that I demanded B.Simone not to be on Wildin' Out. Wasn't the case. Wildin' Out asked me. I love Wildin' Out shows. I always supported Nick. I've always supported the comedians on the show. So, me and B.Simone are not cool. So my team asked if it's cool she doesn't do the episode that I do. Respectfully. It was never anything to be like, I'm a diva. I thought it'd be more mature to have us not sitting next to each other on a show, making it mad awkward and uncomfortable. I'm protecting my peace. I'm protecting my heart on the situation. It wasn't petty. She was actually there, so I'm sure she got paid. It wasn't to take away money from nobody's pocket. It was just, why would we say, I didn't know you wanted, I didn't know, I don't know. So, yeah. Recently, she just did a whole diss song about me. I didn't say nothing about it. I seen text messages between him and her. I didn't say nothing about it. And that's what it was. That's it. I'm handling the situation maturely because I feel like I'm not saying anything. I'm just doing me. And she on a TV interview talking about trying to make this a whole whatever. And it just is what it is. Like, I don't even want to talk about it. I feel like I'm working really, really hard right now. I'm on tour. I'm fucking tired. I'm taking time away from my baby to just kind of just work and just do what I gotta do. And it's just like I feel like the devil just wants to follow me and just, I don't know, clown me. I don't know if it's real life, guys. Like, I know there's a lot of internet stuff you guys don't know it's real life. Real life stuff has happened.
All right, DaniLeigh, what the ever, okay? You know what? I don't feel bad for her because she's still doing the same tactics that she did with the baby. So to me, it's just like you did not learn anything. And if you really were sorry about the whole yellow bone thing, I felt like you should have listened to your team and not said nothing. Just let it, because she's gonna fizzle out. And I'm not even a big fan of B.Simone at all or whatever. But I just think she took this as an opportunity to get some clout off you the same way you doing. That's why you spoke out about it. Notice the plug about her tour and stuff like that or whatever. And DaniLeigh, it just sounds like you're still very much in your feelings about the baby. Okay? And that's what it's giving me. I want y'all to drop into my comments and let me know what's going on with this. Like, I'm just really tired of all these young people trolling each other. It's just really annoying. And then everybody, like the hip hop artists, and whether it's hip hop or R&B artists, I feel like the ones that are at the top is successful. As soon as they have like a little joy, here come all the haters, you know what I mean, trying to take their shine. Let your work speak for itself. DaniLeigh, that is the best advice I can give you because I'm over you and the baby. Okay? And all y'all, their antics. I'm sick of it. Anyway, speaking of clout chaser, the number one clout chaser this week is Akbar V. Okay? And she just don't know how to leave well enough alone, and I'm over it. Like, Cardi is winning. You need to figure out a new career for yourself. Become a brand ambassador, something, because you are not good at this. Okay? So Akbar decides to drop a diss track. I really feel like Akbar thought she was going to get a come up off of this by doing all this. It has to be. Because I don't understand why she continues to insert herself in situations. Like, but you want to walk around talk about you a changed person and this and that, and you this the same ratchet you been. That's it. Sit down, focus on your children. You missed enough of their lives. It's time to focus on the kids. But you know what? She put it out there, Naughty Crew. So we here for the mess. So I'm gonna bring you to this track. Let's see what this is about. I just don't understand. Like, when would these ladies learn? Okay, here we go, guys. This is painful. Let me make sure my setting is right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so it says Akbar V drops Cardi B diss track. Bothered. I just don't even. I don't even know what to do with this. Oops, stop sharing. Let me go back. Sorry, Naughty Crew. I'm just learning how to do this, and I'm a work in progress. What can I say? So here we go, Naughty Crew. Let me know what y'all think.
Oh, that's all, little bitch. I'm something like Ken Nugent. How he talk that talk that you got that walk, but why you nigga don't want to use it? I was walking my dog, bitch. Now I gotta walk you too. Can't walk back and forth on Twitter with a cap ass bitch. Gotta block you too.
So you basically took all the text messages and the tweets that you tweeted and you just put it together in a song. Is that what's going on? Akbar, I mean, when's the last time you've been trending outside of drama? Like, I'm over it. Let's jump into the comments. Let's see what the people say, okay? Lily, despite anything, Akbar really can rap. She can, but she takes away from her talent when she causes drama like this. Like, let your work speak for itself. Maybe people will respect you more if you will stop coming from people. And then you try to latch in Nicki Minaj. You know they beefing. Duh. They don't like each other. It's worldwide. It's known worldwide. All right? So Prince Young says she ate though. Okay. Angela Flowers says, I ain't gonna lie, she did good. She did all right. The song is just all right. But like with all the drama to get to this point, you could have just dropped that song without doing all this extra stuff on Twitter and social media. Like, you diminish your message, sis, with the way you deliver us your art. All right. And Danae Sierra Ray says, knew that was coming. Exactly. It's just like so predictable. And so that's why I'm bored by the track. It's just like, okay, she really trying to stay relevant. And he said, y'all said put it in the music. The song is decent. You guys. It's stupid. And it's just like, I already heard this. I saw this all over Twitter, these exact bars. So it's just like, be original, please. I'm over it. I'm not downloading it, Akbar. Go back to the drawing board and come present your package a lot better. And please don't try to troll off of known rappers to try to get clout. But she getting exactly what she wants because we here talking about it. Drop down into my comments. Please remember to hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. I just decided to just give y'all like one long panel because there's so much going on in the trending topics. It's just like you like ping, 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 bouncing everywhere, trying to keep up with all the stories. So I'm just like, I'm off of work today. I'm off the plantation. So I was like, I'm gonna give it to my channel today. Like, I actually have a chance to sit down and focus on it or whatever. And I love YouTubing, you guys. I do. And hopefully we'll grow. So by you guys hitting like, subscribe, that helps my channel grow. and donate to the channel if you could. It's not required, but it'll definitely be appreciated because those things help me grow my channel. All right, guys, let's jump into the next topic. Let's see. Oh, meantime, I do have some reason. Cardi is out here living her best life, and that's why Akbar needs to stop because Cardi is unbothered, and I'm just glad she stopped responding to her. Sorry, guys. Yeah, Cardi's out here living her best life. She's unbothered.
When I see it, when I see it, baby, I love
Cardi's
it.
out here living her best life. Okay. She don't care. She ain't think about Akbar. They winning. Her and Offset are winning right now. And Offset's doing some great things with the children. I really appreciated this campaign. It looks like he's trying to do something with fashion with the kids. And one thing I respect about Offset, he does take care of his children himself. He pays for his own kids, okay? Say what you want. But he's doing some great things out here. I can't find it, guys. It's okay. But he's doing something with the kids with fashion where they're developing a line and things like that. And I thought it was dope. And I wanted to bring it to my nutty crew, but it's not here. Let me my phone's over there. So up next, we're going to talk about Latto. She's trending, okay? And I like Latto. Don't get me wrong. I love her. I've been following her since the rap game, and I'm so happy that she's winning. But she is trending. She was interviewed by a young lady, a little girl, okay? And she asked her a question. So let's jump into it.
I think. How would you describe your personal style? I think I'm authentic. I think I give a modern, sexually liberated woman. You'll learn about that later. Okay. How would you describe your personal style? I think I'm authentic. I think I give a modern, sexually liberated woman.
You know, I mean, I get what, because people are kind of divided on this, you guys. And I had a discussion about this yesterday. And I don't, you know, me personally, in this day and age, like, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with what she did. She asked her question, she answered it, and she tried to clean it up. Like, you'll learn about that later. I would have preferred her to use a different choice words, but I don't think she should be dragged for this, okay? This is this basic PR training. Latto is still like up and coming and she's developing and stuff like that. But I don't think it's so bad where like it's like, oh my God, she said sexual to a little girl. No. All right. But of course, in the world of clout chasers, talking about people want to come out the woodwork, Hazel E had something to say. And I mean, Hazel E is just not my favorite. Like, I used to love Hazel E in the beginning days of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And when I didn't like how she was done with the whole boyfriend situation and Masika stealing her man, basically. And I feel like she was damaged from that. And from that, she just turned into such a mean girl all of a sudden. So I just really feel like Hazel wanted some attention. So let's give her some, you guys. So Hazel said, I would have had to G-check her on the side. She didn't have to be so provocative in front of that little girl. Modern, seductive, and liberated. Vivacious, current, and free-spirited. You just got to know what is appropriate for what audience. Bring back artist development. I used to teach it when I was a publicist for Interscope. I remember the first time I trained Gaga for the red carpet in the fuck ever, Hazel E. You just want some attention. She just wanted to use this as an opportunity to plug herself and everything she did, her whole resume. Nobody freaking cares. So let's see what the comments say, because people have something to say. So Miami Tip from Love and Hip Hop Miami, who I love, okay, she said, Hazel could have worded this differently. Just try to enlighten or help other women by being understanding or compassionate as a human. No one is perfect, and as a woman, Hazel could have had more understanding. Her message wasn't too far off, but I think if you know it, follow Latto. It wasn't bad intentions. And that Hazel could have simply said, little sis, or from woman to woman, this is how you should have worded your response. Or what you said wasn't fit for children. But talking about G-checking somebody now, they got a wool, because your messages ain't come across right for an adult. Exactly. And that sums it up. Like, did she have to G-check her online? Like, pick up the phone, but hey, I don't probably know you. And you just trying to be relevant. And this is what I'm talking about. The clout chasing is at an all-time high, you guys. Like, I just drop down into my comments. Let me know what y'all think about this foolery in the industry. But that's not the only thing going on, you guys. It is not the So Tootsie decided, and I like Tootsie. I love his music. I think he's very talented. But he said some off-kilter things to me. It gave me jealous boyfriend vibes. And let's get into it. Let's just get into it. And shout out to Nika Knight, because she did a whole breakdown about this, because it's a whole trend going on. And it seemed like the men in the industry, like, God forbid if their girl outshines them. Okay, let's see what he
just simply because that shit was like taking over everything. Away from, just posting my relationship and having a relationship broadcasted and all on the internet and shit like that. Just simply because that shit was like taking over everything that I do. You heard? And at the end of the day, like, I make music. You heard? When y'all think of me, I want y'all to think of the music and enjoy the music. And I just want to be an artist. I don't want to be just in a relationship, or even like to the fan pages that's out there that got all the fan pages, the mashup fan pages of me and Shorty. I don't lie, like, I really wish y'all to take it down, or like take the pages down, like just switch them. If y'all gonna switch them, like switch them to me, like, and do it like that, because that relationship shit, like, when y'all look at my hashtag, my hashtag Tusi, the hashtag Tusi used to be nothing but my music. Yo, you go to my hashtag now, look at this shit. It's dead ass like me and her don't like that shit. Get away from, just posting my relationship and having a relationship broadcasted and all on the internet and shit like that, just simply because that shit was like.
I don't know what to say about this, you guys. I really don't have nothing to say. Like, I mean, why you not boosting your queen up, Tootsie? And I get you an artist, but you're the one that put her in all your videos. Like, I seen it. Okay. And now you're upset because now that is starting to outshine your music. With the blood clot going, guys. I don't get it. It's just giving me it's giving me jealous boyfriend vibes, right? So he said when you hashtag Tootsie, let's see what come up. Let's see. Let me see. Go on Google it. All right. So it looks like they fixed it. He got what he wanted. Let's see. I'll share it with you. So this is what comes up. But if you can see, it's a lot of pics of his girl. Okay. Look at the baby. You know, it's giving me like maybe they having a little bit of struggles, you know, and he don't want his relationship thrown out there in his face. But if you didn't want that, Tootsie, you shouldn't have brought her out in the forefront like that. And so that's what now when people look for you, they look for her. But I still respect you as an artist. Like, it doesn't take away from anything because it's not like she writes the songs or anything like that. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what you think about what he's saying about falling back from posting his relationship so much. And in the industry that he's in, I don't think that's a bad thing. You got to protect what you love at all costs. To me, okay? So drop down into my comments. Let me know what y'all think about him. But he then proceeds to say he F fame and stuff like that. Let me find it. Here we go. So Tootsie seemingly claims fame made him cheat on his girlfriend. Rapper taking to social media break to clear his head. Yeah, so during that whole post, he revealed that, you know, their relationship is not perfect, and he's not trying to portray like it is. He has cheated on her. He admitted that he did or whatever, and they worked through that. Boom, now they have a little family, have a baby together. So let's jump into this. Shout out to the Jasmine brand for dropping this. I need to start following them. So it says, it seems like rapper Tootsie is learning the hard way that everything that comes with fame isn't good for you. So this week, September 28th, Tootsie lashed out on social media, seemingly blaming his fame for his infidelity and the state of his mental health. The Love Is rapper shared a series of posts airing out his frustrations, including his mixed feelings towards the music business and his mental health struggles. So although Tootsie just released a brand new single, Heartaches, and appeared to be on the path to healing, his latest social media rant left people wondering if he was okay during his confession. Tootsie shared, I went a whole year without dropping a project, battling project problems with my mental health, and just trying to learn to be the best person I can for the people I love and myself. So Tootsie also revealed that he cheated on his girlfriend, mother of his 5-month-old son, Samaria. The 22-year-old rapper blamed his infidelity on fame, pointing fingers at his fan pages for shifting focus from his music. Well, this is what come with the industry, Tootsie. And he posted, F the fame ish. Y'all could have it. This is this lane. People love you, then they hate you. I mean, that's the way fame go. You only as good as your last good project, Tootsie. Unfortunately, that world is cold like this. And if you're not mentally right, it's going to be hard to get through the industry. He said, I should have never even started rapping for y'all. I should have just kept my music to myself like I did in the beginning to cope with my problems. And to my son, I love you, man. I won't be nothing like what my dad was to my mom. I love you, Mom, and she know that my intentions are pure. But the world paint this effed up image of like I'm supposed to be perfect, and it's a relief to be able to finally let people know that I'm not. I hope my son always stand on business and keep his head high because his daddy did. F the fame, I'm out. All right. I mean, he has a right to feel that way. And it's just like pull back from social media, Tootsie. That's it. Focus on your family. You got a new family. We'll be here. I mean, your talent is your talent. We'll be here. But don't put it out there if you don't want people to talk about it. And that's just the thing. Like they overshare with us and then they get upset because everyone goes crazy. Social media goes crazy. But Tootsie, I wish you the best, but I just think you should be careful of the way you word things. And you do not have to dull your queen shine to rise. You just don't. Drop that into my comments, Naughty Crew. So up next, I want to get into there's some serious things going on out here. Like Hollywood is going to be Hollywood, but we're really dealing with real life issues. There is a lot of people don't talk enough about the Black Cowboys, right? And they have managed to brand themselves, and they ended up on, I know they were on the Braxton Family Values. They have a whiskey line, a liquor line. And then they also have rodeo shows, and they have a lot of activity for the youth and everything. And I really appreciate how they grew their brand and let the world know about Black Cowboys, because it's like a forgotten, I don't want to say species, but it's a forgotten lifestyle, right? And it's not talked about enough. So shout out to the Shade Room for dropping this article. They did an investigation behind this. Here we go. So it's titled Black Family Suing White Veterinarian. Oh, what happened? Let me go up. Come back. Yeah, Black family is suing white veterinarian for the death of their prize racehorse. Now, this particular cowboy company owned $1 million horse. Okay, so let's jump into it. I'm gonna let you guys hear some of this. Here we go.
He was the $1 million racehorse that was sent to a white veterinarian, but never made it out alive.
We want justice and we want to be done about it because it's not right.
His black owners say that they intentionally neglected him, all because of his name. Now they're suing. I'm Justin Carter. This is TSR Investigates. Knows horses. His family is known as the first black family to race quarter horses in all of Texas. One of his prize stallions, Black Lives Matter, gained national recognition back in January for winning at the Louisiana Downs. Then months later, he won again at the Sam Houston Derby, where the Hatleys took home a $15,000 payout. But all of that came to a halt in July when the Hatleys say they took BLM to the veterinarian for a routine procedure. They say they saw red flags instantly when the vet's behavior started to change, when they learned that BLM was named after the Black Lives Matter movement. A day after the procedure, the horse was dead. This viral post was seen millions of times.
We dropped him off healthy, but when we returned to pick him up, he was non-responsive.
It was a $10,000 procedure at the Weems and Stevens Equine Hospital in Aubrey, Texas. BLM was to be castrated and have his sperm collected for future breeding purposes. Hatley says that BLM was there for 3 weeks and called to check in periodically. He wanted video recordings to monitor the horse's condition, but he got pushback, he says, when the vet's office said this.
He said, "We're not here for your social media needs," and hung the phone in my face.
That was the first red flag.
If this is the way you treated me, I just don't trust nothing else that goes on out there. So don't y'all touch him. Don't touch him.
Here is a text message that followed. Another employee writing, quote, "I won't be there for the castration, but I will see if one of the techs can take pictures." After a few texts back and forth, they say, quote, "Just talked to the bosses and they said no pictures. Sorry." Hatley then responded, "Just tell them don't do it." But by that point, Hatley says that it was too late. They already started the surgery. He got a phone call the next morning.
She said the surgery went well, the post-op went well, he was up, this and that. He passed away sometime last night or this morning. I said, passed away? I said, well, you got to be kidding me, right?
Hatley says that they gave no explanation and the autopsy came back inconclusive.
There is no proof of post-op care and documentation.
They said that there was some lesions on his head, there was some lesions on his body, but could not specifically say this is what caused his death.
You know, in the back of your mind, do you feel like this was done intentionally?
Absolutely. And there had to be some neglection done to him.
Wayne Stevens Hospital does have a high rating online. They're known as a full-service surgical, laboratory, and critical care equine hospital. As you can see, their staff is mostly white. The Shade Room was an exclusive first look at the lawsuit. It was filed September 16th. It says, quote, "The defendants breached their duties and were negligent, grossly negligent, and or acted with malice by, quote, failing to document and keep records for the care provided, failing to monitor, provide post-operative care, and provided medication to the horse without authorization." It goes on to say, quote, "that the hospital administered improper medication dosages, failing to adequately hydrate the horse, and performed the castration procedure in 100-degree temperatures." The Hatleys are seeking $5 million in damages. Hatley says that he's been harassed about BLM's name before, and this was no different.
It was that bad, man. He was almost like had to be bodyguarded just because of his name.
He says that the American Quarter Association tried to ban BLM over the controversial name, but they gave in after Hatley threatened to get his lawyer involved. They say they had big plans for BLM, but that won't happen now.
We want justice and want to be done about it because it's not right. You know?
We reached.
So it's not right, you guys. And I wanted to bring this story to my naughty crew. And it's just because I followed the family and I know what they do for the community down in Texas. And they have so many programs and they really give back to community. So I'm really proud of the level that they have gotten to. And for them to be on TV advertising their ranch, I think it's pretty dope. Let's jump into these comments. Let me see. I don't think it is any. Let me see. Oh, yep, there we go. So Asia person says, sue the out of them. That's right. I think they have a very good lawsuit. Everybody's saying the same thing. Wow, sue, sue, sue. I hope they win too. I mean, it's obvious negligence there. They don't even have the post-op care for the horse. They couldn't even give them the records. Like, I just think it is nuts. And that's what I mean. Like, racism is still, like, they taking it out on a horse because he was named Black Lives Matter. Like, how insecure is that? Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what y'all think about this story. I think it's sad. And I think people do not have pure intentions anymore. I really don't. Woo! This is a big panel. Now, up next, let's talk about Rikers Island. Let me tell you, Rikers Island, they've been trying to shut this place down forever, and the conditions are getting more and more deplorable as the years go by. And it's just like, we need to start speaking about this. And you know what the sad thing is? A lot of their population is Black and brown people, but it's people who can't afford to bail out. So they end up sitting there for months and months and months. If you remember the story of Khalif Browder, right? Remember, he got incarcerated at Rikers Island over a stolen backpack that he had nothing to do with. And ultimately, I think he ended up spending like 3 years, and he was like tortured in Rikers Island. And finally, when he was released, the damage had been done. Like from him being in solitary confinement, having to fight for his life on a regular basis. Like, I mean, they jumped him like every single day. And if anybody knows anything about prison etiquette, like, you got to protect your neck or you will get eaten up by the wolves. Legit. So I just kind of wanted to bring this to my 90 crew, like, because the conditions are getting more and more deplorable. And I'm just surprised, like, this hasn't been, I don't know what you say. I'm just surprised that it hasn't been shut down by now. And it has been numerous news accounts about the conditions here at Rikers Island, and it's just not getting any better. So shout out to On Site for dropping this. So viral photos of Rikers Island details how deplorable and inhumane the prison is. Exactly. And now the inmates, they have cell phones. Let's just face it. They get them in. If you got the right amount of money, you could get it in. So it says, this is inside Rikers. You can see people covered in feces. They've been left in for 9 hours plus. You can see men locked in shower stalls that have been turned to cells. You can see the men carrying an unresponsive man in search of medical attention. So people basically, like, they're locking them down for so long that they're defecating on themselves. Look at this. Yes, they broke laws to get themselves in prison, but like, when do we look at the system? Like, why is it so overcrowded that you're using shower stalls as cells? Should we be looking at like what we're locking people up for? Look at this. And I know prison's not supposed to be like a posh place. Like, you don't expect that, but look at this. It says, this is inside the units where people are housed. This is inhumane. This is evil. This is deliberate. And it's been being done to Black and brown New Yorkers since 1932. People have died since last year. When is enough enough? Like, people die. Like, you go to Rikers Island, you may not come home. Look at this. Feces. And if you weren't crazy before you got in there, by the time you get out,
have died in Rikers in the last year. Rikers is infamous. But what most people don't realize is that it's not some big bad prison for big bad people. It's a pre-trial detention center. Meaning, the people being held there have not been convicted of a crime. They've been incarcerated simply because they're poor and they do not have the money for bail. They haven't even had a trial. Anybody arrested in New York City for any reason who cannot afford bail, they're sent to Rikers. Over 90% of the people incarcerated at Rikers are Black or brown. The jail has been notorious for human rights abuses for decades. Last year, it was even declared a humanitarian crisis. Despite a widely popular campaign to close Rikers, especially after the death of Khalif Browder, a 16-year-old who was wrongly accused of stealing a backpack and sent to Rikers for 2 years before he was released and eventually took his own life, no substantive steps have been made to close the jail. And New York continues to spend $860 million on the jail. Over 20 people have died in Rikers in the last year.
So there you have it. It's the statistics. Like, I think the people in New York need to really keep rallying until their voices are heard. So Lovely Kel says this been going on for years. I thought they were going to close it. I thought so too, especially after the whole Khalif Browder documentary. And Forever Shane says, and they want us to believe that after this traumatic experience, they will come out with a better mindset, ready and willing to be better citizens in the world. This is bull crap. Exactly. And where's the money going, right? Oh, it's Tavis says, this is inhumane. Rabid dogs and pounds live better than this. Exactly. It's just sad. It's just sad. And that's what I think people are missing a point. Like, Rikers is a detention center. It's not even like a county jail or anything. This is where you go when you're waiting on trial. And the New York court system is over flooded. But then it's just like, what are these people really locked up behind? And maybe we should look at the bail system. I know in New Jersey they got rid of the bail system. And they have like a point system, and depending on where you fall, that determines if you can get released. And a lot of times they release them on an ankle monitor rather than just keeping them incarcerated, because that's when you run into the overcrowding of the prisons. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what you think about the conditions in Rikers. I think it's disgusting that they would have people living this way. So up next, I want to get into the Nia Long scandal. Okay. You know, I feel like this situation is being dragged out because of who he decided to cheat with. And if it was just like some regular person, it wouldn't have got this big. And I think Nia Long's gonna stay with him. And there's a reason why she's not marrying him. I think she already was aware of who she was with. And I think she was just trying to be a good co-parent, okay? So a lot of celebrities have been speaking out regarding the situation. Matt Barnes has been speaking out. He had a interview with Vlad magazine, but the lifestyle in the NBA is known. They are serial cheaters, okay? And that's why I don't think Nia is surprised. So shout out to Hollywood a lot for dropping this. Let's see what Shaquille O'Neal had to say about this cheating scandal situation.
And blasphemous for me to get up here and say boom, boom, bam. I can't do that. I know these guys personally. I know they're going through a lot because I went through a lot. I just wish that, certain parties weren't involved. Like I've known Nia Long for a long time. I like her. I know Adam for a long time. And they're going through a lot of family stuff. But I'm never the guy that's going to get up here because of my platform and fake it. I did it. I was the best at it. I'm not proud of it. I lost my family doing it. I lost valuable, important years with my children from doing it. So I refuse to get up here. You shouldn't have did this. You shouldn't have did that. I'm not that guy. I'm real with the situation.
We have Ime Udoka and the situation going on in Boston.
I am going to step down from this conversation.
I think that's respect, for real. And shout out to Shaq for like manning up and taking accountability. And that's what serial cheating does. It rips apart the family. And Shawnee's remarried now, and I'm happy that she moved on. But when he was on the show, he used to still profess his love for her. But they have balanced it out, and they became great co-parents. Drop down into my comments. Let me know what y'all think about this, Naughty Crew. I think it was real stand-up and mature for him to say it the way he did. All right. So Black Beauty Mona says, I respect that. I do too. On this production says Shaq is a G. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love this for him too. I think it's dope. And I think everybody needs to just leave Nia Long alone and let them work out their family issues. I mean, but I believe it's being dragged out because of who he decided to get involved with. And at the end of the day, you know, I think Nia Long is smart. She's smart or whatever. She knew who she got. He gonna still take care of her. She got his son. She good. And guess what? She just like, I'm going to save myself from having to go through all of this divorce and have to divide this and that, break up the household. I think Nia Long is smart. And unfortunately, she was blindsided. And this is what goes on in the industry. And I think a lot of the women know it. And so that's why it be killing me when they come out like, oh, I'm so hurt or whatever. Nia Long, she's not even playing victim or anything. She just simply stated, I was blindsided just like you guys. And it's unfortunate because I think Nia Long is dope, but no one's above getting cheated on. I don't care how beautiful you are, how successful you are. If a person wants to cheat, they're going to cheat. They're going to step out. But I respect Shaq for keeping it minimum because he's like, that's my friend. These are my colleagues. Like, it's not my business. I know them personally. So I think it's dope that he's supportive both ways. So please make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and that bell button. You know, another story I saw, Winter. She comes from Bad Girls Club or whatever. I feel like she has matured a lot, you know, from back in the day. And she's really humbled herself. But she was on live and people kept asking her, why doesn't she go over to Baddies with Natalie or whatever, you know? And I really respected her position. And I was just like, girl, I want you, because I'm not a big fan of Natalie. I really am. I think she's loudmouth. I think she caps a lot. I think she uses and manipulates people to get what she wants. And I think her head is bigger than what it should be. Yeah, I said it. Like, she thinks she's so famous, you know what I mean? Or whatever. I respect the hustle. I respect the grind. I just do not like the things that she does, okay, to get attention. So Winter spoke out about it, and I have it. I'm going to share it with you guys.
The only way I'll ever be on Snow Network is if they give me my own show. I feel like, honestly, I was just thinking about something the other day, and since people keep asking me about it, I really am just going to voice and express my opinion just so that more people can kind of pay attention to the weird shit that's going on with that show. I feel like Natalie is like pretending, she's like capitalizing off of women who are like really from like a struggle or really from the hood and putting on this like persona of I'm really about that and I'm really psychotic and I'm really from the Bay. You're not from the Bay, bro. We all know you're not from the Bay. You're from the suburbs of Sacramento, bro. But anyways, I was thinking about it in depth because the whole video had come out of like when she was on her season of BGC of her saying to the girl, you're too dark skinned, you're too black, look like an A. Being colorless, extremely colorless. And then you can tell the type of mixed child that she was growing up. She was the type of mixed child that hated her blackness, that probably grew up around all white people, who had the type of white mother who was extremely white and not like a cultured white woman or anything like that. And like, I just thought it's so sick that like she's like capitalizing off of women who really want to be famous. So they will go on this show that is going to damage their reputation for years. People are not going to forget about it for years, just like Bad Girls Club. And they're not really realizing that because clout is one hell of a drug, and the show's doing numbers because it's raggedy and people love raggedy television. I think the only thing good that's come out of Baddies, because I do watch it, is Krishan's glow up. Her whole situation, I love to see it. I'm rooting for her, honestly, because you know what? I feel like Natalie probably thought she was going to go on there and embarrass herself, but she's managed to like capitalize and like do her thing from the show. So that's one good thing that's come out of it. But if you think about it, everything on that show has just been humiliating for most of the girls on there. Titties out, fighting, it's just a mess. And it's like, I'll be the first person to say, when I was younger, I did things like that. But come on, we grown. Like you gotta grow and you gotta learn. And you know, they don't really know how it affects them because most of those girls were never on BGC like I was. They don't know how that should stick with you for real. But it's honestly disgusting to me. I was thinking about it in depth the other day and I just kind of kept it to myself because I wasn't going to bring it up. But the answer is no. I will never be on that show, and that is exactly why. And like I said, if I'm ever on Zeus, it will be my own show. So if they want to give me my own show, that's on them. But that's it. That's really how I feel.
And I respect it, you guys. I respect it. She's grown. She's outgrown it. And it does follow you, the reputation. It took Megan years to shake it. And then she finally got one basketball-wise. But the show is basically about the girls getting drunk, ended up fighting each other. And it just really comes off as classless. And I agree with her. I feel like Natalie is exploiting women who want to be on. They come from the hood, let's just call it what it is or whatever. So they flock to it because they just want any type of attention. They don't care. And she's the only one gaining out of it. Most of them don't gain anything. And Krishan Rock is the glow up. I think Krishan, if it wasn't for Krishan Rock, this second season wouldn't have been nothing. Okay. But I'm hoping Krishan get her own show by herself away from all of them. Okay. Because I don't like the way they be doing my girl Krishan. You know, they got her out in the streets, throwing up on herself and rolling her in on luggage carriers. Like, it's just like... And I think Krishan is smarter than what everybody thinks, but she's going to continue to be with Bloomfield. She's always going to get mad when he goes with his kids' mom. But what did you think? He was going to abandon his kids for you? Where they do that at? And for you to even expect that, it's ridiculous. And Krishan, like, you don't create an environment where he can bring his children. So it's not like he can bring his children around you, you know? And I don't even think his baby mother wants the kids around you. Y'all don't have like a kid-friendly home. Y'all just be getting messed up, effed up all day. That's not a good environment for the kids. So what is he supposed to stop being a father? Like, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I digress because I was supposed to do a story on them, and then I'm like, I ain't here for the nonsense or whatever. But I appreciate Winter, and I hope she does get her show. I like her, and I think she has grown a lot, you know. Pretty Girl Rocky says, I don't know Winter, but I really like her. I like her too. I think she's just keeping it real. Yeah. Mava Stevana says, I just spoke on this, but a thing I don't like when it comes to Natalie is she puts herself on the cast and proceeded to belittle the other women, always screaming, I'm the boss. And that's Natalie's been like that. Nothing's changed. Natalie has not grown, not a bit. And she like all this ratchetness. She do. She love it. She making my money off of it right now. So I say get the bag while you could, Natalie. If they willing to be down, these are grown people. If they willing to be down with the foolishness, so be it. Everybody got choices. Everybody got choices. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Hey, Lobby Boy, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes. We had a long broadcast today. Let's see. Next, I want to get into, oh, yes. So, as you all know, sad news, you guys. Rapper Coolio was found dead. It was sad. I'm a little sad about it. because he hasn't been around in a while, but he's famous. I can't sing his song, but you know, he's popular, and he was pretty young, so I was just like shocked and sad when when this came out. So rapper Coolio has passed away at 59, cause of death believed to be a heart attack. So the rapper who achieved enormous success in the 90s was visiting a friend late Wednesday afternoon when he passed away. Coolio's longtime manager, Jerez, says Coolio went to the bathroom at his friend's house, but when he didn't come after a while, the friend kept calling him and eventually went and found Coolio laying on the floor. So they're alleging that it was a heart attack. They ultimately ended up calling the EMTs who arrived and pronounced Coolio dead on the scene. He died on Wednesday. So, you know, my condolences goes out to the family. This must be hard for them. And it was just like sudden. So rest in heaven, Coolio. But his art, that's one thing I love about art and music and stuff like that. His memory will live on forever. He made some strides in the music industry, so he will be missed. So Kiki Godmother said, "This is just sad. One of my favorites." And he never let go of the braids, you guys. Okay, Coolio was balding. The last show I seen him, it was on a show on OWN. It was a couple show or whatever. He went on there with his longtime partner, and he had like 4 little braids sticking out on each side of his head. And, you know, he wasn't willing to let go of his braids. Yes, I'm sending my love to his family too. Rest in heaven, Coolio. So there you have it, Naughty Crew. Drop down into my comments. Let me know what y'all think about this. I just think it's sad. I just think it's sad. Please, if you have not hit that like button, hit like. That helps us move through the algorithm. And if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. This is what we about at Naughty Crew. Next up, I want to say, Tony Yayo. Okay, he out in these streets talking ish. Okay, shout out to Diverse Mentally. Okay, let's see what they got to say.
Understand? Kill. Niggas never went through that. Y'all keep acting like Game is the real legacy of G-Unit. No, it's Roy Banks, Tony Yayo, 50 Cent, nigga. Because any New York issues that happened, I had to deal with when niggas pulled up, nigga. Understand? When I was on the island, I had to deal with issues G-Unit had. You understand? I wasn't in PC. No, niggas are real niggas. Understand? Game is on the West Coast. That's his shit. We had to deal with Jimmy Henchman. And think about it. If you a West Coast nigga, why would you let a nigga that has something to do with pop? Nigga, you got tattooed on his body? Probably so. Why would you fuck with Jimmy Henchman? Niggas are mad because I'm a real nigga and I keep it real. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit, homie. Because at the end of the day, when niggas ain't here, I'm gonna let niggas know.
Alright, yeah, yo. Alright, you that dude, okay? Yeah. I ain't never said Game was part of G-Unit. He wasn't even there long enough. People get their blood pressure up for like the craziest shit. And I get you much of street cred. Yeah, you got it. All right, let's see what the comments say. So Trent Light says, yo, for everyone that doesn't, you gotta watch this whole interview. He refuses to diss Game, so don't read this first sentence. What the hell? Thank you for the repost. Here we go. Y'all are the bomb. Thank you. Nobody's really saying anything. So Drew Prince says Yayo is talking deeper than rap here, but musically, Game was a footnote to G-Unit's legacy. He wasn't on any of the G-Unit mixtapes prior to Grot. He wasn't on Grot, and he wasn't on Beg for Mercy. His biggest contribution to G-Unit was 2 songs given to him by 50 Cent. Champagne Papa says, finna pay G Unit True Loyalty song now. They said the hell with Buck. Yeah, like what happened to Buck? Yeah, so I just wanted to see what Minority Crew thought about that. Do you think Game is part of G Unit or not? Simple as that. And yo, calm down, man. Don't be getting your blood pressure up. Cause Game on the West Coast doing his own thing, okay? Drop down into my comments, Minority Crew. Let me see what else I got for y'all. I think we covered most of it. Oh, I was going to talk about all these horrible hairstylists out here nowadays and them acting up, ruining people's hair. Oh, this is what I was looking for earlier for you guys. This is Offset's new.
This is a really sick jacket. It's cute. Oh my god, it's so cute.
What?
Yeah.
Yo, y'all look mad cool.
I think it's dope. I think Offset is winning, and I like them when they're not engaging in the nonsense, the beef. Okay, like pick and choose your battles. All right, pick and choose your battles, chick. So there you have it, Nani. Those are the trending topics of the week that I saw that was relevant. Okay, so drop that into my comments. Let me know what y'all think. What y'all think about Tootsie and him saying F fame, okay? Because he mad because he ran his mouth a little bit too much on his live, talk about his relationship or whatever. I think he brought more attention to himself unnecessarily. And fame is not for everybody. And he has a young family. So I really think he should have like several seats. But Naughty Crew, what would you do if you went and got your hair braided and this happens? Let me know. Let me know what y'all think. Sis, you ain't see that? I don't know. So shout out to On Site for dropping this. Look, I could tell you some hair horror stories that I had, but like this had to have hurt before she left there. Like, why wouldn't you say anything? But then some people have a high tolerance for pain, you guys. And so she may not have felt it till later. So it says, I can only imagine the pain she felt, not even knowing she was bleeding. Okay. So she says, I didn't pull my hair up or anything. That's how it looked once I got home. And so the stylist responds, no, ma'am, I asked you while I was doing was I stabbing you? And you said no. Before you left, your hair was fine. Why didn't you say anything before you left? If I was braiding too tight, I would have fixed it. I could have offered you 10% off your next appointment. I apologize, but I do not provide refunds. So I thought that was a little cold, okay? Amy Luciani's World says, am I tripping or are the braids not tight at all? Yeah, like it looks like a little loose here. It don't look like the scalp is being squeezed. Something is weird about this. I don't believe it. She could have easily came home and put some red Sharpie in her scalp. Nina Brown says, ain't no way I would have sat through that. I know her scalp is on fire. Yeah, but you would have felt it before you left. Like, when I'm sitting in a chair, if a chick is going too tight, I'm be like, yeah, let me tell you something. You being too strong. You being too strong. You don't have to be that strong. Damn, I don't need a freaking headache when I leave here. Loosen up your grip. Drop down into my comments, Naughty Crew. Let me know what y'all think about this foolery. I think stylists they're not here for it. This one I'm looking for. Why is this like that? So yes, guys, that's what I have. That's the trending topic. I had a story from Olivia with Love and Hip Hop, and I just looked at it over and over again. I was like, she's still boring. So like, I ain't want to do that to y'all. Not today. But it's Friday. Happy Friday to all of my naughty crew. We got mad events coming up. We got breast cancer events coming up October 16th. So I'm gonna be vlogging that live. Also, we have an event this weekend, but we might get rained out. So if we go, we go. If not, or whatever, we'll have to move on to the next event. But I appreciate you guys joining me. I'm about to get out of here. Please make sure y'all leave comments. I want to know what my naughty crew thinks. I love interacting with the naughty crew. The comments crack me up and it's very entertainment. I love to hear your thoughts and suggestions. And guys, please feel free to send me stories. You can email them to me or you can DM me on Instagram. All that information will be below in my description box. The description box. And also, please remember to place your orders for your head wraps. And I love head wraps. We have Nigerian head wraps. We have silky scars. We have people who do not know how to wrap. We have pre-wrap options. We have them for babies. We have all types of things. But it's like one of my favorite things. That's my own personal business. And I'm using YouTubing and social media to grow my brand. And shout out to all my new subscribers. Oh my God. We are growing and we're growing at a steady pace. So I'm loving it and I appreciate you all. Just keep up the good work. Please continue leaving comments and liking my videos. Those things help me move through YouTube's algorithm. And I appreciate the support thus far. Last I checked, I think we were at 452 subscribers and counting. I think it's dope. We're on the path to 1K subscribers. Yes. And like YouTubing is one of my favorite things to do. And shout out to my man. Like he's like the best boyfriend ever. He's so supportive through this whole process because it takes a lot. Like with the editing and thing, I do all my editing myself. So it takes a lot of work. And he's the one that pushed me, like, you ready for live, babe? You ready for live? And I was scared or whatever. And look at me. Each time I do it, I get better and better at it. And I just appreciate the support all around from my family, my friends, everything. Like, we doing this. We doing this. Like, Naughty did and it was Cal lit. So please continue to support and share my content on the different social media platforms. Well, you guys, I'm about to go get my Fridays started. I'm about to go hang out with my man. I got the date off. So until next time, Naughty Career, I'm out. One.